Good morning. Today we're going to be talking about brain and behavior. I hope that you saw the trailer to the movie Lucy. And this movie, though I haven't seen it yet, but it's based on a very known myth, and that is that people use only 10% of their brain capacity. This is inaccurate. Brain scans show that all parts of the brain are active during the waking hours. A normally functioning brain has no great hidden or untapped reserves or mental capacity. Not sure if it's something you're happy to hear or not, but just wanted to make sure you are aware about the fact that this is a myth. Some psychologists, especially the ones who study neuropsychology, are interested in examining how the brain actually works by examining brain functions and relating them to the different brain structures. In order to map brain structures, psychologists use different machines and scans. One such machine is the CT scan. The CT scan is basically having X-rays taken from a number of different angles and then are collected by a computer and form into an image of the brain. Another way to map the brain is to use MRI scans. MRI scan uses a strong magnetic field rather than X-rays to produce an image of the body's interior. And MRI scans produce more detailed images than those with CT scan. Now moving to recording function. An EEG machine, as you can see the cap on the woman on the left, the psychologists, the researchers put this cap on and put in a gel in order to increase the conductivity. And if you are to participate in an EEG study, as I did when I was an undergrad, participating and taking an intro to psychology class, what they do is basically they put this cap on you and tell you to conduct a certain task, and then they record your waves of the electrical activity that is produced near the surface of the brain. So, for example, C3 here might be associated with this electrode over here, and it shows the pattern, the waves of the electrical activity. As you can see, probably here something happened. And psychologists, neuropsychologists investigate what does this mean. For example, it might be that this activity you can see corresponding to certain electrodes, but not with different ones. So what does that mean? And things like that. PET scan provides much more detailed images of activity, both near the surface and below the surface of the brain. It basically detects positrons, which are the anti-electrons, emitted by weakly radioactive glucose as it is consumed by the brain. fMRI provides images of activity throughout the brain. And there's no need for the isotope because there's a strong magnet that detects the different activities throughout the brain. PET scans are advantageous in that the person doesn't have to remain as still as he or she would for an fMRI. Tiny movements can obscure and ruin fMRI data, but small movements do not affect PET scans. However, PET scanning is disadvantaged compared to fMRI because the resolution of the scans is lower. Also, PET scanning is much more expensive than fMRI since it takes a special machine, radioactive isotopes, and multiple trials to get a scan. fMRI can be done at many hospitals around the world with little or no extra cost because of the prevalence of MRI scanners. Another disadvantage of PET scans is that you need radioactive isotopes in order to have that PET scan. And this isotope can be given only a few times before it becomes unsafe.